Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to today's episode of Sip and Chat. And you're here with me, Azem, and of course, I'm joined by the lovely Jade, Gwen Adita, CPL, Martha Stewart, Sing It's Beyonce Johnson on this lovely Monday morning. What a wonderful start to the week. I can tell Jade is just so excited to be here. The energy is up. Everyone is excited. Oh my God.
I can tell when Azem overcompensated. For the fact that we're here falling apart. Don't say the all them things you just said was a lie.
Why is not Monday?
Besides that, that's the only truth you're just telling, no?
Yeah?
That it is Monday.
Oh, boy.
And that you're here with me.
Yeah.
Everything else, boy.
Well, we'll get into all weekend, but of course, I want to just, thank everybody for logging on. And of course, give a beautiful shout out.
Who getting it today?
I got to do it, Jade. I gotta give a shout out to the staff, students, athletes of the Charles Email Secondary School. Yeah, congratulations.
Yes.
Actually, sure, we'll talk about that at some point.
Of course.
But yeah, I have to give them a shout out. Give the athletes.
Man.
Give the athletes. Give the athletes a shout out.
They deserve it, boy.
Yeah,
Well.
Give the athletes a little shout
What a
out.
performance this weekend, boy.
Woo.
Jesus Christ. I feel to drink me tea.
Yeah, you might want to get a little extra.
It's 14.
Well, let's talk about what's happening with us. How are you doing, Jade? This is your time to shine.
Well, I had a good weekend.
Yeah?
I did have actually. There's so many things happened to me this weekend, right?
Okay, but let's go now. And you could take time because nothing happened to me this weekend. Well, one thing happened to me this weekend and meant nothing else could happen.
Wow. So, guys forgive me, my throat is not the best. So Friday, we went to Cheers/Champions. Sorry, not Cheers, No Rush.
No Rush.
No Rush opened. Officially, it was already open, but they had a grand opening on
Right, official
Friday.
opening, right?
Yeah, and we also went to the Champions because my favorite band was down there, and my second favorite band was down there. And one of my favorite DJs was down there. So I was like, no brainer. I don't have anything to do
So
today.
wait, you went to Champions and No Rush.
Yeah, it was a 5-minute walk, if so much.
So we're Champions.
Champions, it still be a Champions was. The only thing changed is No Rush.
Okay. Okay.
So, enjoying the vibes, seeing your friends and chilling and, enjoying the little music and so. Let me tell you something. Now let me tell all you cretins something. Right?
Yeah, give me some tea here. Let's go. Lovely.
If as a big man or a woman, you can't seem to go outside without having to fear for your life, don't come.
Okay, what happened now? Come in, now going on.
So while we're there chilling, enjoying the last probably 10 minutes of Grandmaster's performance, the girls them bubbling, hookers screaming.
Right.
The usual.
Right.
Why it is that people start to fight right next to us?
What people could probably have to fight about when the girls bubbling and Ruka screaming?
I am so confused. Lucas is screaming, girls is bubbling, y'all is fighting. How this makes sense?
Yeah. There's something odd. You're in school and they tell you find the odd one. What does not belong?
As in my younger years, right?
Yeah.
I didn't mind running from fights and making
squabble,
sure
yeah.
my face ain't get bust and so.
Right.
As I at my age right now, it is not fun. As if I lose my phone, I lose my toenail, I lose my mind.
All because some people just couldn't hold it together.
Or because y'all ain't know to behave when I go.
We can't do like back in the 70s and so where people would just meet up to do the fighting. So everybody know, hey, 3:30 under the willow trees.
Well, yeah, surprise fighting.
Yeah, surprise fighting didn't seem like a vibe.
You know what people was done Port Center?
I saw videos, it seemed like almost
a cool 300.
It was maybe everybody in St. Kitts except me and maybe my parents.
Yeah. And y'all decided in a bar, a packed bar with bottles. Let's fight. I literally watching people throw bottles in slow motion, you know. All of this happening as them. Same time, I run in, my phone going one way, my nails them going the next. Then when the fight done and I looking for my phone now, right? As them telling me why I look down, right? My toenail one way.
Oh boy.
And my foot the other.
Oh! Separation. Wow.
Thankfully, the person that found my phone answered it when I called.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, you get to the point where people walk out, they really make sense to your phone no more. But
it's phone, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, but at the same time, they didn't have to take it up either.
No, probably, because somebody might have one on it.
That's why they didn't have to take it up,
yeah.
So thanks to them.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, boy. You are the MVP for the week.
Wow. Hey, and I can tell you something, right? I mean, I had this conversation, and I probably have this conversation regularly. Outside ain't a vibe. Like, they're killing it. They're killing the energy of the outside.
What is wrong with you?
They're killing the energy of the outside. Like, come on.
Yeah, like, why would I now return to Port Zente just to chill? And now I can't even come down here just to chill.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, that was just that.
That was just, no, I'm Sunday now. Can you say you had a whole weekend of
Saturday
excitement?
I did nothing because
that's Friday.
I was drained because of the whole almost gave me face bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
That would do that to you.
I get that.
And then on Sunday, I went to do a shoot for a client. And we met some people, some passport people. They travel around, and one of them is actually from St. Kitts. And so one of them is from, I think one of them is
from passport people.
Passport people. That's why
You mean nomads?
No. Actually, I don't.
I'm trying to find out as a passport person.
So, Passport Society.
Okay, so what do they do?
I'll tell you now. They were explaining briefly, but it seems like they go traveling around to different places as a group. They organize group activities. You know, people get to come together and just...
Oh, okay. Like travel group, like the travel groups.
Yeah, passport people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I met them and we had a...
Yeah, I have some friends who are in several travel groups like that.
They seem like vibes.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah, they seem like vibes. But yeah, we met those and then we just stayed on the beach from 2 o'clock to about 9:20.
Woo.
Yeah. We did a full shift. Actually, it was at Vibes.
Oh, it was at Vibes?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, that was my weekend in a nutshell. And then, while I realized my throat was failing, nothing worse than when you're an adult and you feel this scratch coming on, you know.
When you could tell tomorrow ain't going to be her fun?
Tomorrow, all night, Azem, all night. I just, you know, what time I tell myself, like, this is going to only last like 3 days. You could talk it out.
Yeah.
Because it's terrible. Oh my gosh.
That's why you're sipping on your tea and eating halls like rice?
I'm trying.
Actually supposed to have some... I actually found Ricola yesterday for the first time in months. I didn't know, Jade. I didn't know. How'd you know now?
It's true.
I was walking to this supermarket and I was like, wait, these back in stock? I thought I flushed them out.
You did.
Because
you actually did.
Months no Ricola buy.
Azem was single-handedly responsible for the decline in Ricola in the supermarkets.
Yeah, that was me. Can't even deny it.
No, why would you?
Can't even deny it.
There's evidence. Can't do that, friend.
Till now we're still just walking about random places in my house, or just like looking in my vehicle and seeing random Ricola wrappers.
You should. You should. I would be shocked that you did it.
Put your hand in your pocket. Oh, maybe these jeans in a Welsh. We call her. I was really hoping it was a $5 or something, but.
Nah, friend. Oh, the excitement of finding money that you didn't know you had, right?
Yep.
Oh, love
Yep.
it, love it.
Yeah.
You know, I used to love most about that? Going a wash after my father.
Oh, okay. Of course, you have to take the tips out of the pockets.
Not while you're washing, eh? Not washing for him. Going to wash after him.
Oh, that's an interesting dynamic there.
Because
He would never take he would never take them out of his pockets.
And guess where they ended up?
In yours?
In the machine.
I feel you. He just always leaves a little nuggets, some gifts.
It's like a reward.
Yeah.
You know, Joe, you're looking like a differently able person.
Yeah, right? I was, so Friday night was nothing, me do nothing. Saturday, had a lot to deal with. Decided, you know what, let me get in some gym early.
Oh dear.
Because, me ain't really been as consistent as I would like to be.
Yeah.
Reach over there, like, start doing light, not going crazy. Feel a little twinge in my back. I decided, you know what, let me just cool on that there. Yeah, you see when the heat out of your body and things start to settle back down and so.
Oh.
I know, okay, so that's it for my weekend. That's it for my weekend because what needs to happen now is a flat, hard surface, I don't move.
Yikes.
A flat, hard surface, I don't move.
Yikes.
Don't move. Like, after I left there, I had to go deal with some family issues with that. And by the time I got in, like, the rest of the weekend was like, yeah, just relax. But the truth is, I felt it coming on even since early in the week. I remember one day we were having an interview with somebody, and I could feel like the pressure like building as I was sitting. And I was like, yo. And I knew what the possible cause was. So this is a pro tip for men, and we all know, but like myself, sometimes I don't forget. Don't keep your wallet in your back pocket. It gonna mash you up.
That's interesting.
No, that's a real thing, Jade. Like, you're giving people like sciatica and so. Yeah, because you're sitting all the time and like your hips literally like this.
Especially if you are rich, you don't do that.
Yeah, so
if
like.
If it's only cards in your pocket, you might get away with it, but you know.
No, because even if just a little bit, like, yeah, even just a little bit.
Wow.
So do not keep, at least when you're sitting.
The more you know.
So I had a flare up. I can't remember the exact term like the chiropractor had used, like some years ago. Right, and like determined like that's probably what your issue is. So I tend to not sit on my wallet, but sometimes you're just doing things whatever you forget.
And then you learn the hard way, boy.
And then I was like, bye. So we were sitting in here doing the interview, and I just did like, and me want to take it out. Well, so I had to wait until like the person was off the camera to. And then I was like.
And now your whole week just gone in.
Yeah, whole week. Cause you know what this means now. Lay down from now till Easter. From now till Easter, I lay down.
That's a small break, man. Small, nice little well needed break. Well, somebody asked if I go to a funeral. Yes, we're mourning my throat today. It's not there anymore, so there's that. Thank you for noticing.
What about movies your outfit?
And I thought I had.
No man, you're hot man. Don't study that.
It is, yeah.
Little she and
They didn't understand the little pearls.
Oh!
Shout out to Karen's Fabric.
I was about to say.
Shout out to Karen's Fabric.
I was about to say, cause.
Yeah, my fairy godmother bullied me into a pearl.
Yeah, she was like, you need some pearls.
Some pearls, your outfit would have looked so much better with a little pearl. You're not in the store. So I know what I mean.
Classic.
I know what that means.
Go get some pearls.
Bye. And I love them, but you know.
Yeah. Vibesy. Yeah, I understand. I can't pull off pearls.
You ever try?
No.
Then you can't say I can't pull it off.
I realize there's a thing now. Like there's these necklaces that's like pearls and like gold chains. I've seen them like.
You could. No. Your brand of masculinity does not allow for that.
I think I'll pull it off, Jade, but I just don't think I'd feel proper. Maybe if I'm doing some kind of weird photo shoot or something, we're supposed to come off as fluid, then.
Or maybe like a performance.
Oh. That used to be the thing too, when I perform, I could get away with pretty much wearing anything.
Yeah. That's usual though.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like for performers, like you could get away with wearing pretty much anything.
But man used to get away with eating baton, so I think dressing is like the least. You know what I mean? I still traumatize over that one, man.
Yeah. People just go wild.
A bat of all things, you know.
I'll tell you about it.
But vibes. You know who I used to like see outfits? What outfit I used to like see, sorry? Why does start backwards sometimes?
It happens, Jade. It happens.
Did I just glitch?
It's pretty much, we glitch sometimes, and then sometimes we have Guyanese friends, and then we end up talking like them. Yes, Jade, Guyanese start backwards. They know it too. It's a thing, Jade.
May say nothing, you know?
And we love them.
Of course. And so, what was I saying? Oh, Prince. Prince is the answer.
Jade.
Prince had some outfits, why?
Prince is the man, right? Prince, I mean, anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge Prince.
I didn't know that.
What?
I know you.
I've mentioned this several times.
Not to me.
What?
I feel away.
You've been in my vehicle and I'm playing Prince.
That day you told me that.
Okay. No, like, but I am a huge Prince. I'm convinced Prince was an alien, eh?
He probably was.
I'm convinced Prince was an alien.
Couple of them around, you know?
Yeah, and let me tell you something. When you start like looking into Prince basically playing all the instruments, singing all the parts on his first album, and then not only that, you realize he also mixed and mastered it himself.
You know who that remind me of?
Who that?
What his name? Shoot. Oh, he sing Navajo, he sing Tadao. 2 seconds.
I know who you mean, but the name ain't coming to me.
Yeah, that's what happened. The name ain't coming to me.
Yeah. But Prince was, yes. But Prince was just on a different level,
Oh, he had for sure.
And like the thing about it, why I tell people like Prince transcended everything, including like gender. Like nobody used to question like.
You can't. You
can't, like the music's so good, like you can't even question like.
Bye.
Prince used to show up like at places with like an afro, like the most immaculate afro, of course.
Every here place.
The most immaculate afro. I used to be jealous of his afro actually.
For sure?
Yeah. 'Cause I was a big afro man at one point.
You did? Wow.
Yeah, Jade. I used to get run home from my afro, Jade.
Oh, you told me this.
Like yeah, it was a big thing, literally. And you know, shot with some glasses and like a spandex skin suit with like 2 of the most beautiful women you've ever seen in your life on either side in like matching black outfits.
Yes. Listen, Prince used to come and woman fainting out.
Yeah,
and they're like blouses and.
Yeah. But the truth is, especially like I would say the 70s, like artists something like there was no boundaries. Like by the time you get to the 80s and like the big hair bands like wearing like full on makeup, it's like but look at the 70s, some of my favorite bands, some of the lead singers they're wearing female clothes like.
Because it wasn't called. I don't think they looked at it.
Oh no, they were definitely female clothes, Jade, but it was just a certain level of sex appeal that they were able to garner from that. Yeah,
they had it.
Yeah.
You know, I used to love James Brown, by. That man is funny.
Yeah, James Brown is definitely a legend.
In
more ways than one.
Boy.
In more ways than one. But
pick up yourself, James.
Bye. Yeah, I mean, I still mostly listen to music from the 70s. I think that's the decade that I listen to most music from, whether it's funk or like soul music or blues. I listen to a lot of blues from that time as well. So yeah, I'm definitely like, I feel like an old soul. Like I feel like.
Yeah, it doesn't remind me of one too.
Yeah, I just feel like an old soul.
You might be an alien in that taste, you know.
No, I'm pretty sure that I am. I'm literally.
Confession is good for the soul, man.
I'm literally daily, eagerly anticipating the return of the mothership.
Me too, but for a different reason. I mean, I wouldn't mind if y'all carried me along with you.
Yeah, man. No, you're not a guy, Jay.
Yeah, y'all can't leave me down here with these people, you know.
No, I got you.
Oh my God. I'd rather go with the aliens. Cause are you?
Speaking of this weekend as well.
Busy. You know what I thought about?
What's that?
I said, as I said before the show, then, you know, was it me? I simply behave this weekend.
Yeah,
Simply behave.
yeah.
And as soon as we leave the show, they said no.
Yeah, they
They
don't study us. They don't study us. But we went down this weekend though, because I feel like, you know what I mean. I was busy on the ground, so I was out of
No,
it.
that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see. So let's start with how CEMSS wash us out.
Wash out everybody.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Them points was looking ridiculous for the first 2 days.
I must say that my top 3 schools were the top 3 schools.
Mm-hmm.
But really and truly it was only top 1.
Yeah, bye.
It was really the top 1. Like,
I tell you, for the first 2 days, every time I check the school, I said, what happening up there?
I was wondering if the other schools decided not to go.
Bye. I thought the forfeit. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. This one school treating us like that.
Nah, I don't understand. But
They should be locked up. Lock them up. Walk away.
no, I think the other schools need to get locked up.
Bye. That was a massacre, you know?
Yeah, it was definitely lopsided.
Oh yeah, people down there like, I have fight back now. The only time it was allowing y'all to fight back. Y'all let him swing.
You got the final scores?
Yes. Oh yes. So
That sound like you know.
finally it happened.
One time.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
It happened.
That's not when you're busy watching like some soccer video where somebody send you just before the show start.
I get you. So the final score from yesterday, it says CEMSS 66, CSS 58.
Okay, that ain't as bad as I thought at the end. I mean the relay is really was interesting.
BHS 49.
Okay, yeah.
VHS 36.
One girl get about 24 of them there.
SSS 20. GSS 18. Washi 23. CFBC 13. CHS 13.
Hold on, what you calling out? You calling out the gold medals or you calling out the medal count?
Total.
But nobody care about the total, Jade.
Okay, gold medal count. This looks terrible.
Oh, because they're saying, okay, well, something there, that sounds a little better, but no.
So CEMSS 35.
Okay.
CSS 27. BHS 13. VHS 12.
Now we start doing a clearer picture of what went down.
GSS 4. Washi 2. CFBC 2. CHS 2. Wildcats, come here. Come forward.
You talk to them, Jade.
I know y'all did your best.
Really? Okay, I'll let you have it.
It's not your time.
You got it.
I know y'all did your best, fellow Wildcats. But next year, we need to just do a little better. They don't follow. It's a little better.
A lot better. Sorry.
Anyway. Right now we know this is a sensitive time. This is supposed to be a safe space. So I could talk to the Wildcats. Y'all just a little bit. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, we understand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest though. I was quite surprised at the performance of Keanu.
Would you?
Yes.
How come?
I mean, you kind of think of the schools up the... Okay, you know what it is too? When I was in school, Keanu was a force to be reckoned with.
What she do?
No, well, I guess. But, yeah, but you would have normally seen like BHS, Sandy Point, kind of battling out for the top spots.
Yeah.
Then you would normally have Keanu after that.
Well.
Right?
I think they at least graduate.
So I did 3 inter-schools while I was at Basta High. We won 1, CHS won 2 of the years. And and each time Keanu was third. So I guess for me, like Keanu, in my mind, is like one of the top competitive schools. So I was a little taken aback by the placement.
All the athletes graduate. Either that or they attend Sandy Point.
No, I think what it is too, I think the schools that have a real ongoing track program. Meaning, I don't know how it is for all of the schools now, but the schools, I think there's a couple things, right? So the school that generally has the teachers that are most engaged tend to do really well. I don't underestimate the impact of like the teachers and the sports program, and that goes from the school sports itself right up to the inter-school, right? Then you have, of course, the other thing that I find impacts it a lot is the schools that have ongoing track programs. So even during the summer, the track program exists, and it's something that is structured, so you don't just be running up and down the place all the time. You understand the different phases so that you peak during peak time, which for athletes at this age would be around now, going into the Easter weekend, is when you're looking to start peaking for your season, start hitting your targets, right? And then, of course, the other thing would be generally the school that has most of the coaches that are part of the national program.
Bring back Mr. Esdale, please, Washi. Bring back wherever he is, call that man immediately.
Oh, yeah, Esdale Danny.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he
call him immediately and Guava and get him back here.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah. The funny, so that, I think that plays a big part in it. And this is just not just track. I think this goes for football especially, because then a lot of the school players get roped into the national system, and so you get higher competition, you get more structured practices, more consistent practices, that kind of thing, when the school kind of have that closeness with the national program because of the coach.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it goes now.
I don't know what happened there, but something.
Yeah, there were definitely some standout performers from the weekend, and so I know people are really looking forward to how they're going to perform at Carifta.
Which is coming up.
Yeah, like about 2 weeks. Yeah, about
shortly.
2 weeks.
But yeah, speaking of national players, I think the national football team is here as well. They have a tournament currently, right?
Well, they played on the week. They played when Friday, I think, or Thursday.
I think it was on the weekend.
No, they played. No, I'm saying they played. They're part of a tournament right now.
Yeah, but I had to travel for it, so I don't think it was Friday, because they were here Friday.
Okay, so well, the game
It was in the week.
Yeah, the game played last week. They were successful. I think it was like 3-1. They beat. Who was it by? I want to say Aruba. Anyway, somebody. They're topping the group right now, and so there's a match tonight, I think.
Where?
In Warner Park.
Oh yes, that is true.
Yeah, there's a match tonight. It's the last match of this leg. They're playing St. Martin, or they played St. Martin.
So what are they playing tonight?
Aruba? I think it might be Aruba.
We should go. Well, not you.
I was considering going before Saturday.
Oh. You know them chairs that like your older person in your family would walk about with?
Oh, Jade, I have been looking for those chairs on Amazon.
Yeah, just walk with one of them.
They come in so handy. I just think you just keep one in my vehicle. Bless you.
I'm so sorry.
I don't only say bless you because I feel like it's expected socially that I say bless you.
Yeah.
I don't generally say bless you.
Bless me. Bless the cocky.
I wish I could just run behind this curtain right now. Like.
Yeah, I'll learn them songs. Music festival coming up sometime, eventually.
Yeah, man, just on the corner. But
you know what else should be around the corner?
No.
The release of the other artists that I tell us they're having.
Yeah, so I feel like that's. Well, I mean, I don't really know exactly what's the status, but yeah.
Neither do I. That's the problem. I really would like to know what's the status on the other artists. But you were saying about football and the fact that you can't go.
Yeah, I was saying that people need to go out tonight and support the national team.
Definitely.
I think it's going to be a good game. I think we have a good squad.
We do.
And one thing that I find like the way things evolve, right? I remember I used to go to the park and watch Deco and Yellowman as part of the national team. Now they're the national coaches, right?
Which makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I have not been following their coaching careers like out. I mean, I said, of course, I know they coach. You know, Spurs, and well, Yellow Man been with the St. Paul's almost like a player coach, and then well, Keon he always contributed to Keon Football Club in all kind of ways. So that's not what I'm talking about. But like in terms of the national record and the coaching licenses, like, but based on the results that we've been seeing in this past tournament, but kudos to them as well. I think sometimes we don't really give them the flowers like the coaches.
But it is
You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. Watch it. People don't understand, like, it's a big, like, coaching play a big part in the overall, like, outcomes of these teams. Yeah, like.
That's why they have them. That's why they're important. That's why they're paid so much. Well, I don't know how much these ones paid, but usually coaches are paid a lot of money because they really have a task of getting the teams to move as one, to play in a way that is so fluid that they win.
Well, I think what you're hinting on is the fact that things like strategy, right?
Oh, somebody send me a link for your chair.
Oh, vibes, nice. So, I think that the strategy and stuff that's employed, like, people think, like, you just pull, oh, this is the best player, put a man thing, blah, blah. Nah, like, understanding the strengths of your players, understanding the weaknesses, understanding the best strategy. That's not only based on your players, but who you're playing against. Like, all these things is things that the coaching staff kind of have to be responsible for.
Yeah, you just show up and, I go kick ball.
Yeah.
It's not that.
I'll just go and give a pep talk.
Yeah.
A pep talk.
No.
Y'all representing the country behind you. Let's go. And then your
pep talk sound like a St. Paul's labor man. So that's Deco, no? Benefit. I don't know if it's a support labor. I'm just saying.
Wow. A St. Paul's labor man coach.
That's the accent he was giving.
Wow. That's interesting.
I rolled over a bit because somebody said don't get you sick. I may want nobody jump me. So let me just...
Oh, well, who are they looking out for me?
SH.
Oh.
Azem, the call.
SH got me back, man. SH no going on. But no, I don't know why I lay down on the ground tonight. I just put myself full of fluids and vitamin C.
Yeah, that's how I call a flu actually going around.
Jade, I have been convinced that since COVID, flu has not stopped going around. Like, every week the children them out of school. Every week people talking about something going around. Flu, stomach ache, something.
Oh my gosh,
you might have to go back to wearing masks all the time.
Yeah, listen, bring back that.
You know, there's a few people who, I tell you, like, still this day, they're still deep in the mask thing. Eh?
I think I'm going to do that because I can't, not this.
I've been considering it. The only issue I had with the mask is that I was wondering if it was made up by a beardless man. Because they don't really be giving good vibes for the beards.
That's a business idea, you know. Mask for guys with beards.
I feel like I saw some of that on what's that place called?
Alibaba?
Yes. Mask for guys with finish it for me. There we go.
Oh wow. Let me see.
Yeah, check Amazon.
Ah.
Now they just if I spend money on these things here, right? Something about me, Jade. All I gotta do is tie a head tie around my face. I could tie a head tie around my face.
That's exactly what it looks like.
It's just that instead of having the head tie, all it is that like they put something over here.
So just put a mask under the head tie. You have a mask for bearded men.
No, I can't do that, Jade. Then it takes away the idea of not having to wear the mask.
Yeah, but you want to MacGyver it here. We're not buying those.
Yes, but this, Jade, this is literally.
But it has to have some kind of protective inside.
Jade, all this is a piece of cloth, Jade.
Let me see inside.
That's it?
Oh. But it looks double. It just looks like a piece of cloth. It looks like it has something inside. So
can't just take it off. There's nothing inside, Jade.
No, inside the
yeah, that's it. You just take it off.
I know, but I mean inside the part that is sewn. So you see that they have this like, you know how to sew. I'm assuming. Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah. And so they look like they have a protective lining between the two outside parts.
You got a lot of faith, Jade.
Yeah, because that don't make sense to Azem.
Jade, you know how much things on Amazon don't make sense?
Yes. Point. No, but great point.
Yeah, but then sometimes I what these projects and like, who wants to spend money on this year when all you got to do is literally.
People are spending, no?
Yeah, obviously. Obviously.
What's up this weekend? Oh, you resign? You resign too?
No.
You sending your letter?
No.
You're behind by.
I obviously out of the loop. What been going on?
Everybody resigning.
Everybody resigning?
Everybody is resigning, friend.
From where?
From the People's Labour Party.
Oh, PLP. Oh. Yeah.
I need a video. I need Tago resignation in a video. If you're resigning, I don't want no letter. I need to see him in front of camera. By the way, guys, we do production here. So if you want your resignation video to look a little high quality, hit us up. We got you. Camera, sound, everything.
I just trying to figure out who chose the music.
I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
That video pissed me off. Not because she resigned. Kudos to her.
Yeah.
But because the quality was awful.
Yeah.
I was so distracted by the music, the purple background. I said, who produced this? Why did they do me good sis? Why did they do me good sis this? They could have called us.
Maybe she just used a ring light on her phone.
Yeah, but then she shouldn't have put the music to it. Just say what you had to say. The music was distracted because it was too loud.
Yeah.
But we're here for you guys. Talbo,
Come check us.
I'm looking at you.
Oh my. But anybody surprised though?
A little.
So many people was making it a big deal and I was just like,
Yeah, because of course.
I guess I could understand a little surprise from Akilo, but I also had Nubia and Greer who's
I didn't even realize Nubia
there was a letter.
A baby. I didn't lie to you.
I mean, let's be honest though. Like, PLP was thrust into an election. I don't think any of the parties were really prepared. Not really. Labour's candidates also were announced. No, Labour's candidates were announced prior to the announcement of the date.
Exactly.
Right.
They were ready. I think the DC is coming, so they just was like, "Oh."
Well, when we spoke to the now Prime Minister Drew, he did mention that after seeing what was also happening in the other islands with the snap elections, Barbados, etc., like he figured that he didn't want to get caught in the same boat.
Which makes sense.
So yeah, of course. So he was preparing, but I don't think even they determined that this is what was going to happen.
People was going to get fired in one day. Vibes.
Yeah. So, but the point I'm making is a lot of the candidates for both People's Action Movement and People's Labour Party kind of came up last minute. Felt last minute. And so after you go through the election cycle and not successful, I think a lot of these people maybe want to focus on their private practices. A lot of them are entrepreneurs, have their own businesses. Yeah, like, well, let me not say believe happened. You want me to tell you what, you want me to be honest?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. You think these resignations come as a surprise to the leader of the People's Labour Party?
No, because especially from the streets, Amy said this is the streets.
I mean, you're not from the streets, so you
would not have.
Yeah, I was on the ground, not on the streets.
I don't understand what you think.
Yeah, I was on the ground, not in the streets. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what the streets saying.
The streets saying that they wanted to, that similar to the demands, no, well, not similar to the demand, but similar to the way that the demands were presented to them by Unity.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently that's kind of what happened, that they wanted to see some stuff, some financial stuff and other stuff, allegedly. Amy said this. And it was like, no.
Wasn't forthcoming?
So they was like, well, if you're not doing this, then we're going to do this.
Okay. What do you think this leaves the PLP now?
They're going to find more candidates.
That's the point I'm making. People were telling me that because the truth is I had this conversation.
See?
Oh, convention in June.
Yes, I saw that actually.
Oh, okay. Before you even got there.
Yeah, let me just pull it up while you speak.
Because that's the point I was making to somebody. I was like, bro, like, and this was before this weekend. I said, I expect to see a shuffle of candidates. I don't believe that we're going into a next election cycle with the same candidates.
No.
Not only for PLP, but also for PAM.
No, PAM
right?
definitely reshuffled.
So we're gonna see some changes. Like, so when the announcement came, the person was like, "Bye, it's this opportunity." I said, "But I guess that's expected." And not only that, now is when I would expect it as well, because if you are serious about making a bid for the next upcoming election, now would be the time to start working.
Yeah.
And so you would have, if we admit that we expect to see changes, then we would have to see some resignations.
Yeah.
So like I was not surprised. People were like, "Oh my God, oh my God."
Yeah, but they were only behaving like that because, again, it just seems like, because we're always in election mode, we always focused on election things. So, of course, people can take it and make jokes and say, "Oh, you see, he couldn't even hold out to a party," and all these things.
But again, thinking logically, like even before this weekend, I expected.
That's where you went wrong.
Oh boy.
See how easy it is to figure out things?
I think what's gonna be interesting for me is where Pam is and what Pam's plan is.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
I think
like PLP losing the candidates or the candidates resigning.
Yeah, I don't see that as like huge.
Yeah, what's we're gonna with Pam?
Yeah, that's
Chanel.
You send him a message, we're gonna with Pam?
No.
He's the chairman, he's still the chairman.
Yes. He actually was supposed to I'm gonna cuss him. As I come after. But we're gonna get him on this week, you know?
Big up Janelle one time.
I'm gonna ask him, what's going on here, Batty, friend? Because the other Batty, you know.
That ain't even what I want to know. What I want to know is, just like I was asking the question prior to this weekend, who gonna run for PLP? I've been asking who gonna run for PAM. Now, the issue for me is like, and see, for me, this is the perfect time. Election was last year, just under a year ago. I was telling the person, by the time we hit a year into the new term, we can start to see which party is serious about making contention for the next election. Because that's when I would expect to see, like, launching of new candidates. When they said it is June, they announce it?
Oh, let me pull it back up. So, it says...
Because my guess was a year.
Overdue?
My guess was going to be a year before we start seeing new candidates.
Oh, well, on Thursday, 23rd March, the national executive members of the PLP met to discuss the way forward for the holding of its annual national convention. The National Executive Committee recognized that the term of all the executive members, except that of the National Party Leader and Deputy National Party Leader, expires on 27th March 2023. The National Party Leader thanked all officers for their service over the last year. To ensure that the National Convention is held in accordance with the party's constitution, the National Executive passed a resolution mandating a 7-member National Convention Planning and Implementation Committee 2023 to ensure that the annual National Convention is held by the 27th of June 2023.
The 27th of June?
Yeah.
Okay, by the 27th.
Yeah,
okay.
Not even on it, but by.
An election was what? August 6th last year, right? May? Was it August or May?
By? I think it was August. August seemed too late. When was the election last year for you? It was after music festival. So...
Yeah, August.
Yeah, it might have been in August.
August 6th, I think. 5th or 6th, yeah.
Okay. That just felt late.
So June.
By June 27th.
By June 27th, okay. Yeah, so if you have to me this makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. Now what I think is newsworthy and chatterworthy would have been how the past candidates chose to state their the reasons and stuff.
Let me see if I can find Nubian statement.
Yeah, because I think it was suggested that one of the reasons why, for instance, Akila decided to resign would have been, I think she stated, in the party moving away from core principles and stuff like that. So
the party said, okay. Okay, well, let me read the one from Nubian. It says, "Dear Mr. Thompson, it is with a heavy heart that I write to you to formally tender my resignation from the People's Labour Party. As you are aware, I have been a member of this party from inception because I believe that it stood for, excuse me, sorry guys, for the core principles of democracy, justice, and economic equality for all. It was therefore an honor for me to have represented the party in the general elections of 2022 in constituency number 2, Central Bastille. I remain committed to the people of the St. Kitts and Nevis, and will continue to do everything within my power to advocate for their interests. However, over the last few months, I have seen a general deterioration of the values of the party and the eradication of democracy, a principle that is of great importance to me. After much deliberation and discussion, it is clear that the current leadership of the People's Labour Party does not respect the core values of the party. It is rather unfortunate that as a party, we continue to engage in a level of disrespect and disregard, of which I want no part of. Regardless of this decision, I will continue to work assiduously within my constituency to fulfill my role as community leader. In consultation with my family and members of my community, I wish to therefore inform you that as of today, 25th March 2023, I am resigning from the People's Labour Party and from all associated interests within the party. It is my hope that the structure of the party be re-evaluated with the interests of our people positioned at the forefront. I thank the party, my comrades, and the people of Central Bastille for the support provided throughout my candidacy. God bless. No man say don't think by. I can't talk on this no more. That's basically what the man say.
But again, like none of this comes off as a surprise.
That was
like, huh?
That was
no. What? Which part?
They were the statement read.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that is the point that I think now becomes a part of the discussion, because I think similar sentiments were expressed by Akila as well.
Yeah.
So now that brings about conversation about leadership. That brings about conversations about relationship with the leader, which of course is past Prime Minister Timothy Harris, right? So of course now people looking at that and saying, what's going on over there?
So let me ask you a question, right? If over the years we've seen not even necessarily people, 3 sets of groups come out and say the same thing about one person, what I tell you? Everybody like?
But I don't think that's a fair assessment.
How come?
Because it is said about everybody in that position.
Yeah, but we don't see them leaving.
What are you talking about? Douglas was a dictator. He don't give us a thing. Astafan left. Then Tim left. Then Sam left. Like everybody in that position goes through this same thing.
But 3 times?
I just named 3 people.
No, with those 3 people didn't
then
happen.
Same thing happened with Pam too. Like,
yeah, but I mean the amount of times it happened, because I feel like that one with Dougie that didn't happen at one time.
No, it was basically like two main times. I would say.
2 main times? Okay, I thought
I would
it was
say.
once. Because I'm like, oh well, how come this keep happening to Tim?
No, but no. What I'm saying is, I think that yes, it's not a matter that I don't think you should take it into consideration. People say where they smoke, there's fire, right? But what I'm saying is, I feel like give it another how much longer before we start to hate about Prime Minister Juto. Like
dictator?
Everybody, like that is like.
You can't be a
everybody,
Prime Minister without being a dictator.
I tell you, it come like that is the. It's like run of the mill. Like you have to, it's like you're not a proper Prime Minister unless you get accused of being a dictator. It's like you got cut off the Prime Minister checklist, being called a dictator, top of the list.
Yeah, you're gonna have to step it up then, boy.
I mean, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, I feel like what's gonna be interesting now is the rhetoric at the convention.
You know I go in.
You guys.
Listen, there is one place I realize that I need to be at. Is the convention.
The rhetoric at the convention gonna be interesting. I think what's also interesting to me is like it is me every time you ask people or why they run, which is a question we've asked all of these people.
Oh,
it's always the people. The people.
I'm running for the people.
The people asked me.
Better for
the people told me. I was called by the people. But then whenever the resignations come, but we don't hear nothing about what the people say.
The people ain't got nothing to do with it. I can't take on this leader. I don't. But what I would have liked to hear is the actual, like they said that they moved away from the core. So I would have liked to know what exactly was that core principle. Like what it is. What was the last for you?
I think, well, in case of the resignation letter you just read, I think he highlighted, for instance, a departure from the tenets of democracy and stuff like that. I think what you want
to know like how.
Yeah, but I don't.
You don't. No, I don't think we're gonna get the answer. You know.
Not only that, I don't think we're gonna get the answer, but yeah, I think that's a certain level of messy at that point.
It's politics.
It's politics, but again, do you believe
politics is messy all the time?
Yeah, politics is messy, but I think that level of messy might cause people to wonder exactly what the motives are, right? Because you could move away and say, hey, I don't really agree with what's going on. But then to come out and say, well, we had this meeting on the 25th of September, he tell me this and that, and then we had this meeting thing, he tell me this, and blah, 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 blah. Like, that's more than just like stepping away. That's more of, I am trying to actively undermine everything you're doing over there. So I don't know if that is the goal of thing. Like I said, I believe that most of these persons, right, especially those who were involved in the last election, a lot of these are young entrepreneurs who I'm sure after, not being successful at the polls in the last election, want to go back and focus on the private.
Definitely wanted to do that.
Right, and so it's more than just the resignation. I think also how it's phrased, what the reasons given.
That's my point. I would have understood if they had said, you know what, there's something else that we need to focus on right now. I don't think I could give me full time to the party in the way that I want to. But no, they specifically said, I fed up of whoever running this, the leadership in it, so I done.
Yeah. I think after the last election, PLP might have made what people would consider a better showing than even the PAM party.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Right? So when we start talking about a way back, I think you might assume that they might be in a better position. But the truth is, I think both parties who weren't successful in gaining the government, getting into government, gonna really have to do some soul searching and figure out.
They will definitely need to restructure.
Yeah, and figure out what they're doing. So, like, also, I think Pam gonna have to go through this as well.
That's why I said both need to restructure.
The question I have to ask is how many of the experienced candidates on Pan are gonna run again? Is those journal place his hat in the ring in that way? Does Mr. Grant, does he do the same? I think these are questions that are gonna have to be answered in short order. Like, if they really want to be serious about presenting, option for the people in the next election.
That's true, because 5 years might feel long, but it's really not. And we don't even know if we're gonna make it to 5 years.
No, it's not only that, but let's be honest. Like, after how things went in the last and leading up to the last election, any party other than the Labour Party gonna have to come good, because the Labour Party was the one who wasn't in there doing whatever. So anybody else got to come good, whether it is PLP, whether it is PAM, they both gonna have to come good. So you can't come up in the last shower rain like the last time.
I say I vote for these people.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that this particular situation? Okay, let me ask it another way. In similar situations in other countries, and perhaps even here in St. Kitts, if remembering correctly, it seems as though the situation is ripe for it sets up itself for a snap election being called, early snap elections. You believe that's something that the Labour Party may consider? In other words, catch them with their pants down,
Oh,
they're fully prepared. Like people, they maybe think we got 5 years, sit them with a 3 year, tell them we're looking for a fresh mandate.
I think that would only happen if Labour in a position where they're currently not the favourite. Like when you're not sure about going full term because you're not sure if the people still follow you or they still believe in you.
I think it's the other way.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think it's when you know that you're in a position of strength that you call and get a fresh mandate.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make sense to me because if you're in a position of strength, then you don't need to use a snap election to win.
No, but what happens is that you catch your opponents at a time when their pants down when they're not prepared. Part of the thing though is like,
yeah,
for
but
instance,
if they're prepared, you wouldn't have to worry. Even if they're prepared, you wouldn't have to worry about them winning because you know the people believe in you still, even if they're prepared.
you realize like a lot of times the belief of the parties themselves don't always play out the way they think it, the way you expect it to go.
But that's what I'm saying.
Bearing in mind as well that again people fail to realize that Labour only got 1 seat majority, you know.
But that's my point. If I am in a position where even with my 1 seat majority, everything going good, I'm going through my mandate, I'm hitting all my checks.
Then you're not gonna go. You're not gonna call.
No, because why? The people are happy. The country is running well. The people are happy. I have something that could actually go out and give to the people and say, look, this is where we brought you from 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we do over these 5 years. If I am in a position where I realize, boy, things going terrible, the country seems to be losing faith in me, I would pull a snap election because I have the advantage of y'all not being prepared. I might not look good, but y'all not prepared.
Okay. I see where you're coming from. So I mean, I guess
that would be like the secret weapon.
So
like,
we
we saw the situation in Dominica.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. Yeah.
They hated
For
them
me, I just believe that it's more of it's more dependent on where the opposition is, as opposed to your belief in where you are with the people. I think. I guess, and both of them playing. So I have to agree with you on that. But I think priority a lot of time has to be like, I wonder how them jokers would handle if I hit them with the election now. Yeah, like I think that's more the mindset as opposed to I mean, I think the people really would say on the Scala election. Like I think that plays into it, but I don't think that's the determining factor.
Well, that's why I do. Y'all don't believe in me. Let me show y'all where y'all should, because these people, this is who.
But my thing is that gonna be the discussion, no matter what the actual reality is. That can always be the discussion, especially from the incumbent, right? That can always be the discussion. Well, I think we're in for interesting 3 years. I can tell you that for sure. 3 to 4 years.
Oh, so it's about 3 years already. No, the year and yet.
No, yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Year and yet. But yeah, I tell you one thing about saying kids, right? Like sometimes other countries, like politics finish, or election they finish, they go back to their regularly scheduled programming. But not us, you know. Every day.
No, we constantly in election mode, and I think that I keep saying I think that's by design.
Yeah.
I think that's by design. It keeps us separated. It keeps us going at each other as opposed to holding the powers that be accountable. And I think it creates a situation. Let me put it this way too. Here is a very unique place in terms of the fact that we have the Nevis Island elections that happen pretty much in between our federal elections. So it's like we literally always in campaign mode.
Constantly.
Even when we go to the parliament, and it don't matter who in, like that's another grandstanding occasion every time we go into parliament. And I don't expect that to change. I wouldn't expect it to be any different either. But that kind of stuff kind of keeps us in election campaign, silly season. Like it's
even small things like yesterday. I think was Honorable Cleo Stapleton's birthday. Either yesterday. Either yesterday or Saturday, boy. And one particular picture stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy.
You
Now
were
look
like,
good. Mark Bradley looks nice in white. He looks lovely in white.
what is it? White is the official color of surrender and peace.
Ah, serenity and peace, yes. And he looked like the embodiment of that in the picture with Miss Cleone.
Just wishing her a happy 40th.
And lovely 40th.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrating, you know, with his comrade on her birthday.
His fellow parliamentarian.
His fellow parliamentarian. I love it.
Ah, but you gotta love it for you. You gotta love it for you, man. Like these things are just.
But friend,
Yeah. Oh, but before we do that, I mean, where we going?
yeah.
Also on the weekend, I heard there was.
No, there was murders
There
and
was murders?
accidents. Murders and accidents.
Alright,
We'll talk about that
yeah,
when
we'll
we
talk
come
about that when we come back.
Yeah.
But guys, we're gonna take a short break so I can be back. We'll see you guys right after this. Stick and stay, don't go anywhere. Hey guys, welcome back to Sip and Chat with Azem and Jade. I won't even tell you how what just happened as I was about to to do the intro just now, but I'm just happy that I'm back and I'm alive.
Yes, small mercies.
Yeah, Jade. But before the break, we're actually about to talk about some other things that were happening um, over the weekend.
Yeah,
Something very eventful.
I tell you, this weekend was busy as Yeah, like, so there was accidents. I think I saw a bike accident. Unfortunately, Dijon got into an accident. I saw I think I saw another accident, but thankfully there was no casualties from these accidents. Yeah. One happened just yesterday. I think both of them happened yesterday.
I did see a video of a Dijon like visibly just upset. I don't know what happened. I don't know anything.
He seems to have gotten into an accident. Listen,
Okay.
for y'all was saying, Dijon overreacting, right?
That's a narrative?
Y'all ain't serious. y'all so unserious as people. If I get into an accident, why wouldn't I be upset? It's an accident. I can't use my car or bike or bus or whatever. Now is the whole process I have to go through with insurance and
Forget all of that, Jade.
traumatized and all these things.
Forget all of that, Jade. You just was in a very scary situation. People react a lot of times in that way to scary situations.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
And is the Gossip Girl page fault, you know?
I don't even know there's a Gossip Girl page, but okay.
There's not, but it behaves like one.
Oh, okay, I know exactly who you mean.
The one, but the TMZ is so bad that they just... I don't understand it now, and it's supposed to be a credible news site.
Who? To who?
Yeah, might as well just take that with your bad, your headline. That is misleading. Misleading.
Give me a break.
Give me a break.
Bye-bye. Shade room. SKN.
Oh.
But yeah, I think people react differently to those kinds of situations. And the thing for me too is that he's a dad. He usually has his child with him. Like that is something that I understand.
Yeah.
Completely. Like people react in different ways to them kind of things. Particularly when it's just, you know, what gets very frustrating.
What?
What gets very frustrating is just the feeling that this was just so unnecessary. Like most accidents are like, but that feeling is is where the frustration, in my experience. Like this was just so unnecessary. One little decision by you or someone else could have really just, this could have been avoided. And that in itself, that realization becomes so frustrating.
Yep.
Because the fact that it happened now means all those things that you were talking about.
Yep.
And it just, that is just a very, like one time, the first time I got into accident, like I started banging my hand like it's my hand fall, like it's my hand, like my hand or something. Like I was just like, it was just so frustrating. So I could relate.
No, yeah, that was justified reaction to me. Like I would have felt the same way. But also,
yeah, bearing in mind also that some people just take it to the extreme of that, literally getting in fights, literally putting their hands on people because of.
All it is bang the hood of the vehicle.
What was left of it now?
Yeah, boy. The pieces that he could touch.
Oh boy.
Well, there was a double homicide in Stapleton Village. Two young men were murdered in the early hours of Saturday, March 25th in Stapleton Village. The police confirmed that the young men, identified as Jermaine Henry, 35, and Denzel Edwards, 34, both of Stapleton Village, died due to a shooting at about 2 a.m. on Saturday. The police are investigating and have shared that a group of men were playing cards in a yard when a lone gunman wearing a hoodie entered the yard and opened fire on them. The two men were shot and a third man sustained a broken leg in his attempt to escape. Henry died at the scene and Edwards died shortly after at JNF after being transported there by EMS. Anyone with additional information on the incident is asked to call the Stapleton Police Station at 465-2418 or the Violent Crimes Unit at 467-1886, 1887 or 1888.
Of course, prayers, condolences, sympathy goes out to the friends, family, loved ones of the deceased, and of course, I keep saying one of the things when these kind of situations happen is there's an effect that happens on the community itself. And so, that's also something that I acknowledge. I don't know what could possibly be the motivations for these things, and I don't know. But man, you're playing dominoes and then that's it.
Yeah. One
cards or whatever it is.
You're just outside chilling with your friends, as a Friday, and you're just unwinding after work or whatever, and now you're dead because somebody decided your life isn't worth enough to recognize that these actions are going to have a long-lasting effect on everybody.
I don't know what the motivations are behind something like this, and so I don't want to speak. Can't speak to that. But all around, it's an unfortunate situation when we have things happening between young men, young women, whoever, where they feel as though this is an appropriate response and way to deal with whatever disagreements and things that they're having, and then also have access to the weapons that make these things possible. So there's multiple layers to trying to understand what is going on, and I think really that is where we drop short sometimes as society. And I keep saying it, we distance ourselves from it, that's their issue, that's their problem. Who knows even if the people who were shot were the targets? I don't know.
Exactly.
Right, because if there's a social event happening and shots ring out, you can't guarantee that they're hitting who they're supposed to hit.
No, it's a bullet.
Right?
Bullet don't have names and
They don't have
GPS.
They don't have GPS and guided by your aura.
No.
So you don't know, and so it's very dangerous for just people, the community, how people this might have been at a shop or a bar, who knows, children if we're around, just regular people going.
So many things.
It becomes really troubling, and a lot of times instead of us recognizing that we have a part to play in even just understanding, helping to do whatever it takes to deter this type of occurrence, we just go, that's them. You know what I mean? It's just, it's unfortunate. Again, my condolences. Yo, I'll put on the gun then, man. Put on the guns for real. Seriously. Put on the guns. It ain't making no sense right now.
No, that's all. When y'all just feel it is okay to just get up and decide to kill people. That is so insane.
Yeah, it is, but let's be honest, it's becoming normalized.
Nothing.
People would justify these types of things and find ways to try and make it make sense. And a lot of times it's just an assumption. Yeah, no, it is the guy going on with thiefy weed, all kind of craziness.
So because I stole weed, I should now die? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how it make a lot of sense. I stole weed, so now I just deserve to just die. I need to go up on a t-shirt because I steal somebody weed. Vibes.
So we have these types of dynamics at play, and a lot of times because we don't take the time to think. The other thing too is the more of these situations that go unsolved, it encourages other people to repeat or to copycat, because
then catch me, catch.
There doesn't seem to be accountability for the actions, and can't even really blame the police alone. A lot of times the streets don't know. The streets know what's going on.
And say nothing because
people know.
Who is supposed to snitch?
Right. And
so you're a civilian. You're not a gang member. Tell the police what I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that in itself is a very delicate conversation, because that's a layered conversation as well.
Yep.
But the truth is that the police wasn't there.
Daisy what happened? They can't guess.
The police wasn't there, so like it becomes very difficult for them to then hold people accountable, bring people to justice when there's no cooperation. If there's no cooperation, the police really they're fighting a losing battle. They're really fighting a losing battle. But because of that, it then encourages more and more people to engage in similar behavior.
Yeah.
And so
we really have to curb gun violence in Ziggy's. I don't want us to head backwards. We were seemingly in a good place. And
people like they seem like they don't want to admit it. People like they don't want to admit that for a long time there was a obvious decline in gun violence. Like people like they don't want to admit it. People like they like I don't understand why.
But why wouldn't you though? We know.
Because they associate it with politics, and so they don't want to give props where props due, and don't want to talk about the dynamics that might have caused it to change. Like that's simple. That's all it is. Because we politicize the issue.
You know that's dumb, right? Like you gonna tell me, right, that y'all for years upon years, not even now. Every time something happens, every time somebody is killed or whatever, y'all blame the politicians, right? But then the politicians fix it and then y'all they want to say, yeah, they fix it. Like how? But y'all ask them to fix it.
But my problem is that I don't even want to make it a situation where the politicians fix it or whatever. There had to be some obvious collaboration, right? And desire by even the people who were involved in these types of behaviors, right? So,
but why you don't admit that it happened?
I don't.
Because they're like, we fix it. What is the issue with saying yes? We have seen a decline in gun violence in Sekit and we are happy about it and we want it to continue.
Did a stark decline, you know, like stark.
Yes. So yeah, is it
people like that forget? People like that they forget, yeah, like.
They get too comfortable.
Between the 90s and then the 2000s, like, Jade, I say it here on the show, there are a lot of people who I taught in school. They're no longer here.
Yeah.
They're no longer here. They died as a result of gun violence. Like a lot of young men.
And y'all upset that not that they're upset, but y'all refuse to acknowledge that it was better. Because y'all don't feel like y'all like who fixed it. That's the issue, you know?
Yeah, that's it. That's one. And two, let's be honest, a lot of these people, because it hasn't come to their doorstep, they feel like as if, no man, let it happen over there, let them do that. Like some people, watch here, some people were so like anti whatever the situation was that caused the decline, right? Would literally, it's almost like they would have preferred to have the deaths than to have whatever situation was causing the decline.
Until it's somebody for them. Until it's somebody for you. And know it's, you fix it. Call them, call the politicians, call the police, call the people who doing this. No, they're fixing it. You just ain't want to acknowledge it. They're working on fixing it. Well, it seemed to be fixed for a while. I don't know what's happening now, but I need us to get back to where we was before.
Yeah, let's not pretend. And again, like I said, I'm not putting the blame on any particular person or thing. Like this I think this is a society problem.
Yep.
But at the same time, when we have a situation where these things happen and there's no one being held accountable, there's no justice even seen to be done, we'll expect more.
Yeah, well,
expect more.
What am I gonna stop for?
Expect more.
What will I stop for if y'all can never catch you and do it before me? Are you good? But no, we can't have people thinking like that. Yeah,
so I mean, like, of course, at the end of the day, there's somebody standing behind the trigger and pulling it, and those are the people who you pleading with and say, yo, there must be a better way to handle this agreement.
Has to be.
Like, this can't be the accepted way to deal with these kinds of situations, disagreements, whatever it is. Whatever the grievance is. So of course the hope is that you put down the gun, you find other ways to deal with your disagreements or whatever. But man,
it's crazy.
Let's not feel like as though like this isn't something that is going to require collaboration across the board. No, you can't. It's not gonna just go away just so.
No.
Yeah, my pleading with the gunmen, I don't know how effective that's gonna be, but I have to do it still.
You have to try it.
Yeah, I have to do it still, but I think there needs to be more. There needs to be more. We'll see.
So, this one was a little interesting. So, if you had to escape from St. Kitts and fly to another country, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't have the means to do it like a plane, you didn't have a boat. How
Our
you
wings?
No, you could have wings. You just didn't have a plane or boat. How you do it?
How would I get to? I'm trying to escape St. Kitts.
Yes.
To go to another country.
Yes.
I don't have the means to book a airfare.
You can't fly, well, you could fly, but you can't fly on a plane. And you can't sail on a boat.
I think you're hinting to me what happened, you know. And I don't even want to try and...
No, let me hear your best answer.
No, I probably stowing away, Jade. Like, I stowing away. Stowing
away on what? You can't go on a boat.
What? I mean, I can't go on a boat. Like...
That's not an option.
And I can't go on a plane?
No.
Well, I don't know then. Swim?
No, you could use a motorized hang glider. See anything about that? Cuban migrants fly into Key West Airport on motorized hang glider.
Nice.
Yeah, innovative, isn't it?
Nice.
The two were taken into U.S. Border Patrol custody after landing.
That is a vibe. That is a vibe, actually.
Yeah. Two Cuban migrants landed at Key West International Airport on a motorized hang glider Saturday morning, authorities said.
I love that because they went straight to the airport. They went straight to the airport.
Yeah, following proper protocol.
I don't know if they really was on the itinerary or whatever it is that I call
but
it.
at least they went to the place that they were supposed to go. No?
It shows that they weren't trying to smuggle themselves.
No, they didn't land in some bushes.
Because the Florida is a place you could land and nobody know.
Exactly, but they didn't do that.
You land in the Everglades, you could be out there for years before.
Yo, speaking of the Everglades, Azem, right? I know you're not into TikTok like that, right? But Saturday while I was doing nothing.
Except TikToking.
Yes. I scrolled myself over to a TikTok where there's this man that is terrorizing the Everglades. Fully terrorizing the Everglades.
Doing what?
As if the man is plucking lizard and snakes and all kind of things out there, the habitat. Just walking with alligators and...
Let me guess, you white?
You just listen. I was about to say, this man is white people in like no other.
I don't know he's not one of us. I know he's not dark in complexion.
You don't want to see how this man...
He might be sunburnt, but...
Azem. When I tell that man is fully terrorizing the Everglades, right?
Just picking up all the animals and so.
You ain't want to see the animal face them too, you know? When they get pluck and all kind of things like... I know this man ain't just do this. I know this man ain't just pluck me off the street. Bruh.
And the man got time to be recording this?
I know they're going to got like meetings and so. The animals them.
So we got to do something about this guy. We
got
to do
something about this guy. He's a problem.
Anacondas, yeah, got this. Like, who got take this? Alligators, who got this?
Body man ain't free of nothing out there. Nothing as him.
They might call it like Loch Ness or one of them to deal with the
But
boy.
they don't got to an OG going to come save the people them because
Sasquatch or something. They say, hey, anybody got Sasquatch number?
yeah, man. I used to watch couple videos, well, you know. I said, oh, this man is a problem.
So the man that just literally got into like the Everglades and just like...
No, you see, no? Pitch dark. He phone and a light. No shoes, no nothing. And the man just in there plucking things off the tree, hauling the snake them out.
Wow. Okay. More power to you, bro.
Me mother is here, bye.
More power to you, bro.
Well.
But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to him in a few years. You know, we always hear a story about these guys after a while.
And I got Steve Irwin that, you know. That was my partner of mine.
But tell me about the Cubans.
Yes. So, they were taken into U.S. Border Patrol custody after landing at approximately 10:30 a.m. local time, according to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, which has deputies assigned to the airport. No serious injuries were reported, authorities said. But watch the hand glider.
These manga vibe. These manga.
Why?
These
The
man-
man- The sheriff's office and chief patrol agent Walter Slosser shared images of the powerful hand glider following the
Nice.
incident.
Mm.
I choke and spit.
Oh man.
And literally all man in the television don't choke and spit. They happen.
Some things can't be avoided, Jade.
No, but is the house. In response to an inquiry from ABC News, a U.S. Customs and Border Protection spokesperson referred to Slosser's Twitter account for information on the incident. Cuban migrants arrive in all manner, typically in makeshift homemade boats. Monroe County Sheriff's Office spokesman Adam Lintat told ABC News. This is not a typical event, but it is not completely unusual. He said, Chris Ferreira, a Key West local and self-proclaimed aviation buff. Self-proclaimed aviation buff by.
Well, you could claim it now because he actually do it.
Yeah. Told ABC News he was driving his golf cart nearby when he heard the distinct noise of a hand glider engine hovering above him. I looked up and just knew that it should be there. Ferrara said. What's the what? Anyway, alien? No.
I know that's all. Understand glider.
Yeah.
Why they look like they're going to land in the airport?
Look at here. I love it.
But I think we can see more and more of these, you know, like we can see more and more of these.
Yeah.
Because people have these skills, you know, people watching on YouTube how to make these things and so.
YouTube YouTube is a blessing and a curse because YouTube teaches us so much, but it teaches us too much. I should not know how to make a nuclear weapon as him. The average man should not be able to type in on YouTube how to make an atomic bomb.
Yeah. There's step-by-step instructions, yeah.
Literally, as him.
There's step-by-step instructions.
That should not be on YouTube. But it is. It is. So currently, I could just go and just blow up seconds.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is very ingenuity. So,
I would have given them a job, actually.
yeah, so what these people, so I'm saying, like, they gave them asylum?
I don't know. They just took them into custody. I don't know what they did with them after that. But I feel like they deserve a job. If you could build this, let me see what else you could build.
Yeah, we could probably give them a job by Liat, because Liat obviously need planes.
Wait.
Liat obviously need to be able to move from island to island.
So we hand gliding this thing.
However,
This is where we reach.
no, if with no resources, they're able to do this. What do you think they'll do if they have the governments behind them? Think about it.
That's done.
As a matter of fact, up to what day that was by Thursday, yeah. People up the airport, done check in, waiting. Boop, late, just cancel the flight. People got to go funeral, all kind of things. That they're going on all the time now with the people just up the airport waiting, done check in and so sitting and waiting. Brap, late, just call and say, yeah, but we ain't coming again. We ain't coming again. It just went to school.
Wow.
So maybe these Cubans, we already got the Cuban doctors, we might just look at the Cuban aviators too.
Listen. I like that plan. I think that's a good plan.
We already got the Cuban doctors, got a couple Cuban aviators, let's get them in here so they can work out. If this is what they could do with the lawnmower engine.
Imagine what they could do with the right technology, boy.
Because they land safely and things.
They land at the airport safely on time, 10:30 a.m. That's better than Liat right now.
Oh boy.
That is better than Liat currently, Azem.
Yeah, but hey, kudos to these guys, bye.
Yep.
I'm interested to, I'm gonna show you follow up with this one, because I want to know what they do with these guys.
You want to know what job they get?
They ain't come on a banana boat or nothing like.
No, they came, they flew in.
And this is probably safer than some of the other options that people been coming and like box of fruits and so floating through the ocean and
I don't have the thought capacity for laughter.
I floating through the ocean and a bunch of red fig. That's what people do coming from Cuba.
Wow. The man said, and a box of white fig.
A box. Just on a bunch.
A bunch.
The man just on the bunch going. How you even start that journey? How you even start that journey, Jade?
I no longer want to speak to you.
What happened?
You said a bunch of white figs.
Jade, you never see it?
You
never see it for sure? You want me to share a picture?
Yes, please. Because I don't believe you. I want to see it. Show me.
Oh boy. I want to focus on what you're saying, Jade. I don't want to be in my phone the whole
I know
time.
that. I know that. Oh yes, a bunch of white fig by. You are a fuck. Ooh, I almost swore.
Oh, people would not have known had you didn't tell them, though.
For sure?
People would not have known, but you decided to let them know.
Yeah. I felt it leaving my body. I felt it leaving my body as a
You get hook up on your rough throat?
Yo, people been making jokes about my ailments all weekend, right? I'm annoyed now.
What ailments you had?
My body's made no less than 10 jokes about my toenail being missing yesterday.
Oh.
No less.
Who you said it?
Amali.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
No less than 10 jokes
Yeah,
about the fact that my toenail missing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let me see now. Oh, you put close-up shoes?
This is funny.
Jade never wear close-up shoes to one show yet before today. Today, Jade.
You know what I mean? You see why everybody? So I don't tell them.
Watch it. Every time Jade come here, toes out for the world to see. This man and I look down, rumble skin.
It's funny. It's funny for sure.
So the whole tunnel gone?
You here? Finish just flesh.
Oh man.
I'm gonna fix it.
But how you put on them shoes though?
Let me help put them on.
How you put on them shoes?
The toenail, what do you mean?
But you see how pointed them they be?
So what I mean? Let me tell you something. This is what happened, right? You know when you hit your toe on something really hard and you get a blood clot and it does just drop out?
I've heard people to speak about it.
You've never had that?
No.
Wow. God's favorite right here, guys.
No, Jade, I have the toenails I have now are the toenails I was born with.
Wow, I've had rotations.
Yeah.
I've had several new sets.
No, Jade, I'm telling you, I've been blessed enough
Oh wow, you have
to
your original toenails.
to always have at least 10 toenails.
Wow, he has his original toenails.
But me don't understand. I need to see Jade's shoes, yeah. The top of Jade's shoes like the point of an isosceles triangle, yeah. Like that's like.
So what?
No, but they're cute though. They're cute.
I know my shoes cute.
They're cute.
But this is not anyway, and the thing is, right, it wasn't even like me original toenail that I had that drop off, you know. Don't put that there. Was my acrylic.
The acrylic drop off. So where did you say it went? Ah, there was none before.
There was some.
So the acrylic just take what was on it? Just gone.
No, there was not none on it. There was not none on it.
So you done was nailless and had the acrylic just kind of.
I had a replacement in the
Shit,
meantime toenail.
what you been doing with your feet?
I kicked a door. Oh, wow. I kicked a door as if I was walking, going somewhere.
Wow.
And my foot went one way and the one toenail went another.
I done play football, I done do all
I
kind of
just
thing.
ain't lose it. Wow.
No,
I'm impressed.
No, I always had my toenails.
Imagine
I
that.
bust my toe a couple times, but I always had my toenails.
No, bye. I don't lose couple.
I remember this one time I was so vexed. Yeah? I decided to go play fast. Wear slappers school. Because for some reason I thought that was a thing. I wear the slappers school. We late coming back from lunch. Had to sneak out the bus in the slappers, eh? Because of course my mother wasn't letting me school in the slappers.
Yeah, you're supposed to wear them, yeah.
So I late for class, running down the corridor, reached to the place where I need to turn the corner, and this by here just kept sliding.
I know. Many had to ask what happened. When you're talking, I envision it coming.
Batters players really didn't have no grip.
Just.
They say it's supposed to make you fall and bust your lip.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it was me toe.
At least. Made up that.
Bye. So you know what happened after that?
Made up that.
No, I actually had to wear slappers to go school for the rest of the night.
You
for a
want
week
to
and a
wear
half.
slappers? Okay, go ahead.
No, I got the excuse to wear them now.
Okay.
Bye, worst thing ever.
No.
Worst thing ever, bad.
Can't be worse than losing a toenail.
Okay, yeah, you might be right. Second worst thing ever.
Twice. In the span of 1 month.
At least you had your toe. I mean, I had a friend who
I
went
mean,
to
it could have been worse.
Yeah, I had a friend who went to hop engine and now he has 9 toes. Well, 9 and a
I
half.
barely caught me that yesterday.
9 toes?
So it was terrorism. I said, wow.
9 toes? Oh my gosh. I need to add that to your name then.
You better.
Think it's Beyonce 9 toes?
You know, I'm going to tell you nothing else.
Just
I thought this was a safe space.
Not
guys.
just until your toenail go back, Jade.
I thought this was a safe space. You going back next week?
Yeah, so
But
you
this
got
week, actually.
So you gotta go 3-4 days before I stop.
Yeah, man, they are coming, girl. Let me fix this. let me fix this. Can't have me out here looking like this, boy.
Yeah, this is your fault. Yeah, you could have done gone to the next article, you know.
I just needed to entertain you for a bit.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Let me see.
Hey, big up Axman one time.
He in there roasting me to it.
Not yet.
Oh, I thought so. With tears. I don't see it, man. With tears mean.
Remember that was that thing?
God, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, people are ridiculous with you.
Oh, you're just ridiculous.
Oh,
okay, let me see.
I mean, you got all the fingernails though, at least. Jade has 9 fingers though. I didn't know. I was trying.
Wow.
I was trying to look on the bright side.
Coming back tomorrow.
I was trying.
They're coming back?
I was trying.
Tomorrow. This is my last straw. This is my last straw like Nubian. This is my last straw like Nubian and Aquila.
You said in your resignation?
They're coming back. Can you play?
I didn't know,
You
Jade.
actively played it before you know.
I didn't know. I was trying to work with you.
Tim, what is the matter with you?
I've moved away from the tenets of democracy. Yeah, this is all one way for you. I'm definitely dictating this whole conversation right now. It feels good being a dictator, but I know see what they're doing.
It's not as bad as they make it seem, innit?
Right there, that's bad. This year cover is bad.
That's why the man do it 3 times. What's it in my plane?
Jade, watch it. Everybody does get called a dictator. Every 5 minutes, ain't just a second stick either. Like every island, Gaston done come in call a dictator weekly.
Gonzalez.
Weekly. Like, what's it be? Monday? But you know somebody don't call Gaston a dictator. Like just go check the radio in Antigua. Somebody don't call
On
him.
Facebook.
Yeah.
In a comment somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, boy.
These are just jokes, guys.
What we got going on?
JK.
Not really, but yeah.
Yo, you're making it worse. How to deal with baldness from men who know. Well, you watched the door just now. Wow. You watched the door. What you watch?
I watched the camera, Jade. What you watch the door?
Me watch the door.
I watched the camera.
You look like you watched the door.
Continue, you're just drinking my tea.
Even though most men will lose their hair, baldness is still rejected and ridiculed, especially if you're young.
I spoke about this last week.
See, I say so.
King does not approve.
But here, what did I ask you, sir?
It don't matter.
I said baldness and he appeared. After to watch
Give
it.
some tips. Watch it door, man. Watch the camera.
after you watch it.
Look into the camera when you're talking. That's what
I need to watch my phone, I need to read.
you feel judged.
He come out. Don't push that down here, you know. I've had enough trauma in my life from this weekend. Do not throw anything else over here. People don't think so.
The Kingstons might attack you, eh?
I bet he don't come back and I bet he don't come back and do it.
Amy said nothing.
There's have to touch a spot, man. Everybody has told us.
Today's one of them days, man. Wait to start the week.
People of all ages and genders go bald. Sorry. I'm not pointing out it. This is it. Basically, don't nobody, okay? This might be a sensitive topic, but we need this.
It's advice.
People of all ages
No judgment.
and genders go bald, sir. But it's mainly something we associate with older men.
That's right.
By age 50, between 40 and 50% of men will have lost at least some of their hair. Often that moment comes even earlier. 16 to 30% of men experience severe hair loss before reaching their 30s. For some, balding starts as early as high school. A pretty early age to be confronted with the inevitability actually of aging.
Look, you read this article, boy.
Huh? What?
Look, you read this article already.
Oh, you know. I hope you hear who making these jokes.
No, I'm making no jokes. I'm not
it.
making any jokes.
I spoke to 3 young men who've particularly or completely lost their hair about how they feel about their balding and what it means for their social and romantic relationships.
Right, women the most are man, right?
Wow, move it out.
It's a very
We
natural.
like bald men. What we don't like is men who refuse to acknowledge that they're going bald.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you just shave it.
Well, let's hear what the experience of actual bald men have to say about that.
The moment that their hair clipper went across my head, I thought,
My life is over.
I should have done this a lot sooner.
Oh.
What is here? What going on here? The man, wake him up. What?
Me know what going on with him here. But you go ahead.
The quality of my hair has never been any good, really. When I was 17, my hairline began receding around my temples, and by 18, I was clearly going bald sooner rather than later. I'm sure it was genetics. My uncle has the same hair, but it was also just a bit of bad luck. In the beginning, I really hated it. Friends would go to the barbers and get stylish haircuts while I couldn't.
No, I think socially that it becomes a thing, eh?
Yeah. If you are a young man and you're just going bald randomly, it must play on your psyche because it's like everybody around you have hair, they could barber, do all kind of things. And
no, but I think for male and for men and women, we put a lot of our value and beauty in our hair,
Yeah.
It's invested, yeah.
I'm lucky I have good friends who never bullied me. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, they didn't know the joys of being a dictator, obviously. Good job. I don't bully nobody for the hair. Yeah.
They'd make jokes occasionally. Yeah, understandable. I was fine with that mostly, but once it happened several times in a day, and it really hurt me, Lord.
Yeah.
They're probably calling the man all kind of egghead and all kind of things all day.
I don't even know ball jokes. So like that's how much I know.
I could get creative with it.
Yeah, I figure. Yeah.
But that's just because that's the type of person I am.
That's why being an ease up on you, guy, man. That's why being an ease up on you. I tell you, last week the woman just hit the man with it. That's why you're going ball.
Boy, I would have cried.
But I mean,
not because he got involved there, but because why you use that?
It's how the woman just jam it on the man.
Why would you use this?
The man talking to the woman about a serious topic.
I the man didn't probably talk about that with his woman. Like, I feel like we're about the fact that losing the hair at an early age. And she just weaponized that.
You're right. That's one thing women do well, eh?
Yeah.
They'll weaponize your shortcomings and your traumas by.
I see a post that said, don't tell no woman nothing about you.
Nope. Nope. I'm telling you, Jade.
That has hurt your feelings.
Nope. You better not.
You are sensitive about.
Yeah.
Because, oh boy.
Yeah, you're going to get jammed, yeah. You're going to get jammed. Trust me. You're going to get jammed.
We should stop that. I'm appealing to the women of this country. I know it's our tactic when we're losing. It usually happens when we're losing.
Yep.
We got to that saying, when they go high, we go to hell? That's my saying.
But the woman them does hit you where it gonna hurt.
Yes.
The women them gonna hit you where it does hurt.
Let's not do that.
We ain't talking about nothing to do with nothing. They start to lose the argument.
All of a sudden.
They start to tell you about your cross eye.
Your 4 locks.
They start to tell you about how your father never want you.
Somebody tell me that already.
But watch here, people watch. People don't play.
Yeah.
People get personal when they start to lose you.
I see. At that point, I usually stop because where are I going to take this, right? And no point of return from this,
No, but Jade, you want me to tell you something personally? Personally, I know, right? That is a big sign for me. Eh?
Yeah.
No, I've been, you know, maybe talking to somebody and sometimes they don't really get it work because I'm not a sharer. Like I don't share a lot. But you know, people would try to say something that they feel bad. Let me see if I could hurt him here.
Yeah. I've been in them situations.
Yeah, when that for me that's lack of it. I
Yeah.
know there's no longer any future for me.
Yeah, no, when you're doing them things, I know. Like,
There's no future. I may not to tell you nothing, but mentally I know. I just check out.
Yeah.
Mentally
Because
I
that just tell me that you're not a safe space. And especially if it's somebody that's supposed to be like close to you.
The level of addiction and
I feel safe enough to tell you certain things, and that's why you're weaponized. Oh. Okay.
No, there's people who there's some of these traits that when I see them, Jade, that is a big
Red flag boy.
Yep, I'm out. I know that.
That's like, you know, the bold flag that is used.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of them.
Yep. Yeah, I don't play them games there. When people start to hit me, them kind of things there. Got you. Yeah, there is no real future here. I know that.
But yeah, well, see, another man said he's not ashamed, which I love.
Yeah.
And then the last person said, during the process of going bald, I felt so insecure. But now I see it as something unique. My dad is the bald man.
Yeah. No, I think there's a difference between guys who are bald by choice and bald by necessity, right? I think there's a difference there. Like if there's somebody who just chose to like cut the hair off, like and go bald because well that's the style they're going for.
Yeah.
That's the look that works for them or whatever, then fine. But I think when it's a situation where, you know, but you just that's the only thing you could do. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think we
I had friends in school who were going bald in high school and it wasn't easy for them.
No, but in high school?
No, even though some of them might have been like considered like popular and cool, like I know when push comes to shove, you're drawing that there. Yeah,
I think baldness don't bother me, you know. It's the fact that we know you're going bald, you know you're going bald, and you refuse to just acknowledge it. Because it makes it more noticeable and, like, for
when you say, okay, see, this is my thing. You say you don't mind baldness. What I think what you mean is you don't mind a bald head.
No, I don't mind.
But a shaven head.
Yeah, I don't mind a bald shape. Like, if you realize that your hairline going and you decide to go bald, more power to you.
No, but I think, see, we're talking about two different things. What I think you mean is that you don't mind a guy who shaves his head clean.
No.
But you mind baldness, because then what you're saying is, I just don't want to acknowledge the fact that you're going bald. I don't mind if your head shine, but if I could tell that you're going bald, then that's
because it doesn't make it more obvious. Like it's like nothing in here, and things around here.
Yeah.
So it just.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess maybe may understand it. Maybe because I just maybe may understand.
No, but your thing is, from the time you start losing hair, cut off all.
No, there's places where you get to that you should.
But that's the point.
Maybe like you just have like a little indent here and an indent here, and you should cut off everything. But when things start to get bleak in the middle, like what we doing?
Some people don't want to cut out the hair.
What here?
The rest of the hair, the hair that you're talking about. So that's what I'm saying. Like you would say you don't have an issue with baldness, but then what you're saying is, once I could tell that you're going bald, then cut off all the hair. So that means you have an issue with the baldness. You just don't have an issue with the shaven head. Let me put it this way. You don't like seeing men with bald spots.
Yes. And that's not, you know what?
Start telling you, so you got issue. You got issue with baldness.
Oh, you have at it. It's all your hair or lack thereof. I shouldn't judge.
I am hoping that the genes in my family like passed on to me as we here. My dad has. You're
good.
And my granddad, I carried my granddad to cut his hair on Saturday.
Wow.
My granddad is 90.
You're a good man.
Yeah, so I carried him to get his hair cut, and he needs to get his hair cut like weekly.
What?
So like, yeah, I think I should be alright. I think my locks should be here for a while and things. So.
Somebody saying if you got money, it won't matter. Look at Lil Wayne, man locks. No, who said Wayne mine? Who said Wayne mine that Lil Wayne got 3 locks? There's a lot of the rest of them here, right? They need to hear this message. We know you love your locks. We know you appreciate having your locks or what you had. But at some point, we have to acknowledge, right? I may say you have to do it. Who is me?
I just said, my thing is just wrap your head.
No, they don't do that. They have this way of them hanging down.
Okay.
Just one here, one maybe over here. One like, just, you know, doing this thing here. And everything else is just scarcity.
Oh.
It's,
lock scarce on your head.
and the thing is, they don't have to do that, you know.
Mm.
They could fix them. There's ways and means to fix your locks. There's literal human. But there's a Rasta man today, you know.
Yeah, Rasta man ain't doing them things about it.
No,
Because Rasta man ain't wearing no braids.
But you don't have to be dread to be Rasta. Cut it off. If you want them, you could keep them. They could keep them at home with you.
Yeah, the first time I heard that song, that's exactly what I thought they were talking about.
What? Cutting off your locks them when they...
Cutting off your locks is still a Rasta.
Yeah.
But I guess the truth is though, based on the code. Remember they take the Nazarene vow, like real Rastaman take the Nazarene vow, right? So it's like so the vow is really that no razor shall touch the crown of your head, right? So
This is considered a razor?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like an oath, like it's a like that's a thing. My
Use
thing.
a lighter.
Use a lighter. Burn off your locks.
Ways and means. Ways and means. The same lighter that you use to light your spliff, just take it.
One of the theories behind like Bob Marley's untimely demise was the fact that he didn't want to take chemo because he would have lost his locks. So he opted not to take chemotherapy.
I hope this is a lie.
It's one of the theories.
I know it's a theory, but I hope this theory is untrue.
No, but I think that there are people who that
Oh, yeah, strong by. The locks them will go back, you know. They could go back, man. It's here, it goes.
but it's a vow. It's a vow, right?
How about to just die over here?
Well, in that case, yeah, but I mean, generally, you're just talking about people like taking a vow to not
Okay.
to not cut their hair and
And
stuff.
that's fine, but some of them don't need to cut it either. He hanging on by a strand, you know. All I got to do is plop.
Yeah.
It's hanging on, barely,
Yeah.
for its dear life.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a little attention, a little loving, and a little attention. You're right. You're right.
Why
I
we
with
doing
you.
this?
I with you. I with you. I with you.
Azem, don't do that, you know. I'll judge you every day,
Please do.
and I'll make jokes every day.
Mm-hmm.
I will
As you
fully
should.
bully you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I am one of those people who I think there's a certain distinction and dignity that comes along with like aging with your hair and age and how people age with their hair. You could age and your hair could show gracefully,
Yeah.
right? Like I know this one particular guy. He fully grey locks.
Yeah. Oh, love it.
Right? Even some of the, I know some older women who they hair like fully or even mostly grey, and there's a certain,
It's beautiful.
certain dignity with you that like and beauty, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, bye. So to me, it's more about the upkeep, how you present yourself, and that kind of thing.
That's it for real. Like I understand that. You could be a wrestler, but that don't mean your locks must look. I mean, unless you want it to look that way, more power to you. But at least take care of them till they can last as long as possible. I think that's the problem. We don't upkeep our hair sometimes when we lock them.
Yeah, because and to me, I even like there's some people who have like free farm locks that I think just look so pretty.
Yeah.
Like free farm, some from free farm locks, I think by. Yeah, and even so with my locks ain't necessarily they're not like on a perfect grid and so, and that was it by design. Like I didn't want my hair to look like all salon and so like like nice perfect rows and all them like
It's
some
mine.
some
No, I take mine. Perfect.
some mine a little all over the place, right? But you know,
How many locks you have?
I have no idea, Jade.
I have 100.
I know people that's that's a nice round number, by.
I do. I have 100.
That's a nice round. That's a nice round number. I had never counted and I don't intend to. No interest in knowing. I just need them to be there.
Yeah, me too, bye.
Yeah, I just need them to be
I
there.
love these here so much, bye. And I just do all kind of things, eh? You know, me here always a different color.
Yeah,
Coming soon.
yeah. Coming soon. Yeah, something else coming up.
But I've always done this before, even getting locks. I always used to like color me here.
Color in your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I afraid that they're bad. That's it. And some people I see like doing like little, like they might bleach the tips or like bleach all and different things. Like
Yeah, I like me bleach all.
I have no, like that's not, yeah, I have no intention and desire to. Yeah.
Not even if I do a little. And people are little thing on the locks, no?
No, man, I find man.
Okay.
No, like I said, I really just don't have the desire to do that though.
You look like Future.
I would look like
If you bleach your tips. Honestly, you would look like Future if you bleach your tips.
I wonder if I get the same kind of reaction like Future
You
bag.
don't get it?
Don't know what you're talking about, Jade.
Yeah, man, I bet. I bet.
You know what you're talking about.
I bet, friend.
But yeah, you have anything else you want us to discuss
No,
before we
friend,
wrap up?
bunny me. I
Oh,
need to go.
yeah, you're right, you're right.
Let's
you're
go
right.
wrap this. Oh my God.
Anything else we could discuss tomorrow?
Yeah, bye.
But it has been an interesting week, an interesting show for sure. Big up to all the people who was on the weekend. Well, not on the weekend. There was a guy I saw on Friday evening. There was a guy that called the house. There was and then on Sunday I actually went to a hobble to church on Sunday. So I met another sipper there as well.
Yeah. Same. Well, I met some Port Dancer. This man, watch it, whoever this man is, he is a vibe boy. This man was dancing. Is this older gentleman? This man had, listen, these young people can't go here. This man had a time, boy. And then when he sat down next to a friend of my, well, not a friend, but an acquaintance that I see all the time. He was like, he kept looking over me, the other guy. He kept looking over at me.
Right.
So I looked up and then he looked over again. He was like, T? Did you show? I said, yeah. He said, come here. Girl, I was here watching you. I said, that person looks so familiar. I used to love watching you on the other show. And, you know, I said, yeah, we have a show still, man. And I was explaining that we still, you know, we still a couple.
Yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde. Without the violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less guns and so.
Yeah. Less? None.
Yeah, and car chases and.
You know, no.
That's
The bike has a little havoc in here, but that is okay.
Yeah, expecting some calls after this today's show.
Who, you?
Yeah.
Why?
Come on, Jade, you know that. I get them calls anytime we talk politics. I just get them calls.
Because you say all the prime ministers them are dictators?
No, I said they get accused of being dictators.
That's my bad.
You see how people is.
My bad. Let me stop behaving like that. That news source here. Just making up things as we go along.
Hey, kudos to you for calling them a news source.
I give them too much in it.
Yeah, maybe a little too much credit. A little too much credit.
I mean, they do provide news, sometimes wrong, but you know.
Yeah, so does TMZ, but nobody calling them CNN.
True.
I mean, nobody even calling CNN a news station anymore either. So.
You're right.
Nobody even calling none of these, like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What passes as like news nowadays is insane to me.
It's wild.
Yeah, like the new news is.
The new news.
The new news is like weird.
The new news.
But guys, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you today, and more shenanigans tomorrow.
Oh, of course.
So guys, please log on. Remember to like, share, comment, follow, ring the little notification bell.
Yes, subscribe.
Yeah, and of course, let someone know that what they really need to be doing with their life is sipping and chatting with Azem and Jade right here in the Sugar Factory.
Exactly.
And of course, guys, it would be remiss of me to end the show without reminding you to please spend more time living your content than posting it. And of course, to remember that you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.